Hello there, welcome to my views and news. Three new stories again for you from Ethiopia and Eritrea. Firstly, Amhara Generals who are leading the military operations in the Amhara region are in a fix. They don't know what to do on new Ethiopian year. A development happened. Now they are trying to handle the situation and they're in a difficult position. What happened? Why are they worried? Secondly, Amhara, a popular front, issued a statement last night about the imprisonment of Amhara civilians, about deaths of Ethiopians in clashes in Yemen. And thirdly, the statement mentioned the death of a doctor who has been killed. He was arrested by security forces and then found dead. Thirdly, viewers, Eritrean Information Ministry for the second time quoted a report by, not report, but quoted a tweet of African Development Bank chairman who recently visited Eritrea, and then he shared his experience with the world. African Development Bank chairperson was all praise for Eritrea. Though the claims made by the chairman were challenged by several activists, journalists, mostly opposition activists. And then came a response from Yemeni Gebremeskel a few hours ago about the criticism against African Development Bank chairman who appreciated governance, development, etc. in Eritrea. Firstly, viewers, we know that military operation in the Amhara region is ongoing, and as I briefed you in a previous video, we know that the operation is being led by Amhara officers. Lower rank soldiers are mostly non-Amhara, but top rank and middle rank officers are Amhara. Like Bebotadase is there, then Damascus Terone, overall head of intelligence agency, also Amhara, and then the commanders, city level, zone level commanders, command post heads, they're mostly Amhara. Though when it comes to low ranks, then non-Amhara soldiers deployed. Some Amharas too, mostly non-Amharas. There could be Tigrayans, Oromos from southern Ethiopia too. Now, government wants these Amhara generals to continue the military operation. And these Amhara generals, obviously, they are being dubbed as anti-Amhara by Amhara hardliners. Babu Tadase was a hero a few months ago, that he led the war in Tigray. Now he has turned into a villain. So government wants these Amhara generals to be on government side to continue the military operation on Fano fighters. That is why, reportedly, we have received exclusive information that government has rewarded these Amhara generals on new Ethiopian year. Around 48 hours ago, those Amhara generals, those Amhara commanders, top commanders who are leading the military operation in the Amhara region, they received money to their bank accounts. How much? We'll discuss that too. They were surprised. Large amount of money. They contacted their top military leadership and they were told that it was the reward for their services, without mentioning the military operation in the Amhara region. Now, these Amhara generals, commanders are in a fix. They obviously cannot say no. But at the same time, they don't want to be seen as bribed. They believe that government is trying to bribe them so that they should continue the military operation against Fano fighters. The amount received is not in thousands. You can say around 1 million birds to each channel transferred reportedly to their accounts. Around 1 million. So it's a big sum of money for these channels. And the money was transferred through legal means, a transaction. So they cannot deny that they have received the money. They are in a difficult position. If they receive the money, it means that they'll be seen as anti-Fano and they don't want to be seen as anti-Amhara. If they say no, obviously government will take action. In some form, action could be taken. These Amhara Generals in a difficult position, but we have received information through some exclusive sources which have confirmed that almost all Amhara Generals have received large sums of money around 2 to 3 days ago as a New Year gift for their performance. What is their performance? The performance is that they are conducting military operation against Fano fighters in the Amhara region. They're standing with Ethiopian federal government. They're not supporting Amhara ethnic group. That is why they are being rewarded. And some Amhara channels wanted this information to be leaked. As I said earlier, they don't want to be seen as anti-Amhara. So they are taking this position that they received the money without their knowledge. No one sought their permission, sought their willingness, and just money was transferred to their accounts. They can refuse the money. They can say that they're getting salary for their services. Let's see. So far, transfer of money to Amhara Generals accounts has been confirmed by several sources, which we can trust. Secondly, Amhara Popular Front issued a statement yesterday about detention of Amhara people, about deaths in Yemen of Amhara migrants, and about death of a doctor. Amhara Popular Front says that people are being arbitrarily detained, they're being kept in detention centers, they're being tortured, but government is denying all these actions. And secondly, the APF mentions what happened in Yemen, where there were clashes among Ethiopian ethnic groups, Tigrayans, Oromos, and Amharas clashed there. They are being repatriated from Yemen, but some ethnic group members are being given preference, others are being denied return. That is why there were clashes, and 6 Amharas and 3 Oromos and 1 Tigrayan was killed, I think, there in Yemen. International Organization of Migration, a UN agency, is coordinating with Ethiopian authorities for this repatriation. But Amharas are facing difficulties to be repatriated. That is why they protested outside the office of this UN agency. Then clashes erupted and 10 Ethiopians were killed and dozens were injured. Amhara Popular Front is demanding investigation. And lastly, Amhara Popular Front yesterday confirmed the death of a doctor. Around 24 hours ago, we received information of the death of the doctor, but we're trying to confirm from the family. Dr. Yunus Ayeneo is head of Amhara Physicians Association. He was working at Paulos Hospital. He was arrested reportedly by security forces, and then around 48 hours ago, his dead body was found. Who killed him? Did he die in security forces custody? It's not clear. His family has confirmed his death. Amhara Popular Front is confirming his death. Did he die because of the conditions in which he was kept? It's not clear. Was he tortured? It's not clear. But his family is confirming his death. Thirdly, viewers, Eritrean government is again and again quoting the experience of African Development Bank chairman who visited Eritrea a few days ago. He held a meeting with Isaias Afwerki, Eritrean president, and after that, the president, African Development Bank president, shared the account of his visit. He said that according to UN officials, there is zero corruption in Eritrea. Isaias Afwerki gets only $6,000 per year salary, and that world African engineers have a lot to learn from Eritrean engineers, and that pharmaceutical companies in Eritrea are adopting WHO level standards. Now, after that, we saw a counter argument, a counter campaign from Eritrean opposition groups, activists, journalists. They said there is zero corruption in Eritrea. Does anyone know if there is a budget in Eritrea? Is budget approved by the parliament? Is there any accountability mechanism in Eritrea? Is there any wing for accountability in Eritrea? If Isaias Afwerki is getting $6,000 per year as salary, can someone question him about the money which he is in control of? He is in control of entire GDP. Is he answerable to anyone? Very valid questions asked, and then people shared Eritrean position in World Transparency Index. Eritrea is not obviously placed as one of the most transparent countries. So people raised very valid questions, and then came response from Yemane Gebremeskel, Information Minister of Eritrea. Yemane says that Eritrea bashers and lobbyists they have gone mad because of the report, because of the experience shared by African Development Bank chairman. African Development Bank chairman spoke facts, plain facts, but these facts are not being received well by lobbyists and Eritrea bashers because they are working on an agenda to destabilize Eritrea. So that is why this league of losers is in a difficult position. It has gone mad. So, Yemane is calling Eritrean critics league of losers. One point I want to make. Yes, there are some Eritrean critics which never acknowledge good things, developments, positive developments happening in Eritrea. They always criticize Eritrea. I know there are some people, some organizations, some groups, but Eritrean government should take credit for what it is doing, what is there on the ground. If there is zero corruption in Eritrea, it should be visible on the ground. When there is no budget approval in Eritrea, no one knows the budget in Eritrea, when no one knows about the accountability institutions in Eritrea, how can we say there is zero corruption in Eritrea? Isaias Afwerki's pay $6,000 per year. Question is he answerable to anybody, any institution in Eritrea? Isn't he in control of entire country's wealth? What are the activities of Red Sea Shipping Corporation based in the UAE? These are very valid questions. These questions should be answered. If someone raises the questions, it does not mean that he or she is Eritrea basher or a lobbyist. Eritrea needs to open up. Eritrea needs to do better for its own people, not to make its critics happy. People who have fled Eritrea, talk to them. They are in social media. They are speaking, and they tell what is on the ground situation in Eritrea. Basically, the ruling elite, politicians, journals, they are the ones who are the beneficiary of this system. If there is zero corruption, who is the beneficiary? Common Eritrean or the people in power? People in power. Common Eritreans have no future. They believe that is why they're fleeing the country. Why would a citizen leave a country where there is zero corruption, where president is living the life of an ordinary man? It means something is wrong, not admitted by Eritrean government. Eritrea will have to open up, will have to create job for its people, will have to focus on economy, not just security. That is the way forward. Otherwise, empty narratives of zero corruption and big growth are not going to convince people. Thank you for watching.